Hey everyone, Kyle Lewis here with All Things Improvisational, where we deal with everything from jazz to pop music to church music. This is a 3-part video series where I'm going to break down some of the improvisation technique that I use in the song Lovely by Billie Eilish. Now, if this song is not in your repertoire, I highly recommend that you include it. It's got a beautiful melody and a very simple chord structure, which we're going to look at in just a moment. So, let's get started. So before we get to the improvisational stuff, let's look at the chord structure and the melody that she uses, because this is going to help launch some of our ideas for the improvisation. She's basically using 3 chords: C major 7, E minor, and B minor. So there's 1 sharp in the key signature, that F sharp, so that means she's either in the key of G major or E minor. But she doesn't use a G chord, so it could be E minor, but she starts on this C major 7. So if we're in the key of E minor, we're starting on this C major 7. We could also be in a Lydian mode, which uses that raised 4th degree of the C major scale. But whatever the case, we're using this kind of real nebulous sound of the C major 7 to E minor to B minor. Now let's look at the melody. She goes from this 6 to major 7 on this opening chord. That's kind of an unstable sound. She's not using like a root, a third, or even a fifth. She's going from this 6 to major 7. So that adds to kind of this melancholic, nebulous sound of this song. When she goes to the E minor, she repeats that melody. So this A to B, it's kind of an unstable sound, but it goes to this stable B, which is part of the chord. When she gets to the B minor chord, though, she's using only chord tones, so it's kind of this unstable to kind of unstable to stable. So she kind of brings it down to this stable sound. So it's not always floating up here in the nebulous, she's bringing it down. So we're going to capitalize on some of these unstable melody notes that she's using to kind of keep with the melancholic feel during our improvisation. So instead of using some of these stable notes like a C, E, or G on this first chord, we're going to use like a major 7 or a 9 or even up to the sharp 11 or the 13. So we're going to use B, D, F sharp, and A to start our melodic phrases. Now we'll go other places with that, but that's where we're going to start. So let's take a few runs and see where this takes us. We'll find a recording of the song and get the sheet music if you have to, but include this in your repertoire. And once you learn the song, start to incorporate some of these improvisational techniques that we've talked about. And keep an eye out for the follow-up video, which is going to deal with another concept, which is intervallic melody. We'll see you on the other side. Bye.